How you going? Good? Good. So, ever since everybody's been staying at home, there's been a bunch of these fun little air gun challenges going around. So, shooting ice cubes or sugar cubes or cans of soda or whatever. I need to get into it and get a couple of them under my belt. But I haven't done that yet. Today we are doing Patrick's challenge from Airgun-Austria. I will link him in up here somewhere or down in the description, whatever, his YouTube channel. He's a great shooter from Austria, new to the game, but very good. Better than me, I have to say. So this is probably going to end in disaster. But either way, we're going to try the challenge anyway. So the challenge is to split 2 cards with 1 pellet at 70 meters. And we do this by landing that pellet on a knife blade and bouncing it off and hitting 2 cards either side of that knife blade. So 70 meters is a very long way to get perfect windage, and I'm not expecting the best results from me. He does this sort of stuff all the time, so he's very good at it, and you should definitely go and check out his channel. But if you want to watch me do it, stick around. So as you can see, I have put the old bender back on the impact. Not even going to bother trying to do this with the ATN night scope on it. It's just not really precise enough for this sort of work, if you can call this fun sort of stuff work. I have just retuned the gun, so as you can see down there I have a target set up at 25 meters, and way down the back there's another one set up at 70 meters, but I haven't set the whole thing up yet, so we'll go and do that in a minute. But I had to retune the gun because it was sort of a bit all over the place with that super low pressure tune. Something about having such a big plenum and so little hammer spring, just didn't like it. I think I actually had not enough hammer spring, which is kind of weird because considering how low that reg pressure was. But I jacked the reg pressure up a little bit and found that you need to have on your minimum setting, your hammer spring gap can't really be any bigger than 22 millimeters, because if it is, you can sort of go to about 22.5, and then it doesn't matter how much you wind out that spring, you're just not going to get any more travel out of it, and you're going to restrict the top end. So this tune now on the low end, it's shooting 860-ish. So that should be very nice and accurate, and right up the top end it's shooting like 980, but I'm not really worried about the top end. I just want that nice consistent low end. So hopefully this speed will be a good consistent speed. We'll do a quick couple of groups at 25 and then we'll bang out to 70, maybe shoot some groups at 70 just to see where it's landing, and then we'll go for the trick shot. So there's my group there, stacking them in not too bad, 25 meters, less than a fingernail between them, very good. So that's shooting a little bit quicker than I normally do, but surprisingly quiet. Doesn't have a loud cracky echo like sometimes it does, so interesting stuff. I think we're just going to jump straight to 70 meters. Real swirly winds. I reckon my target camera is going to run out of memory space before I get any shots off. 71.6. Just going to use the exact same hold because it was 1 mil high at 25, which means it should be on paper out at 70. Definitely on paper. Not too bad for wind as well. The wind is definitely pushing it probably about 0.4 of a mil. So that's not too bad, wind considered. This bottom one was a very blustery group. I didn't wait for the wind at all, but I had some better wind on this one. And it's coming from behind me at about 8 o'clock, and then it's swinging around all the way to the other side and getting real swirly. So very unpredictable, and I think with shooting this knife edge, I'm going to have to sit here and wait. So the trick to it might just be being very patient. Alrighty, here we are. This is ridiculous. Hopefully this is acceptable for the challenge. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but usually there's someone who's got something to say about everything, so leave that in the comments if you want. I've got a spotting sheet on the back here so that I know if I'm high, low, left, right, whatever. And I've got my K-bar. She's banged into the little wooden stirrup here, and I've got the jokers plastered onto some little boards so that they don't wander off on me. So hopefully this all stays put, and hopefully we can split both these cards at once. So we should be right to let that camera run for a long time. It said it had 53 minutes of runtime before it runs out of space. So here's hoping that the wind dies down for more than a second in the next 53 minutes. Got a nice, reasonably calm little break. Or is it picking up again? No, it's back. Oh yeah, I can see it. 70 metres. This is insane. Why can't any of my friends be terrible shooters? Ooh. Shot number one, off to the left. Stacking it straight above the other one. Ooh. Cut the card on the right hand side, but didn't hit the blade. Clearly a hit on the blade, but didn't manage to cut the cards. Feels like we're landing on that right hand side card, so I'm just going to ride the left edge of the blade once this wind dies down. Off to the right again. Wind's sneaking up on me. There's the card on the left hand side. Flew off to the right. Gotta give it more. Ooh, that might have been it. That might have been it. Another bifurcation, but no card split. I'm gonna give it one more just in case. Then we'll go and look at the footage. That was through the card. Let's go and have a look. I'm getting flogged by mozzies. No evidence of any contact with the blade. I've hit the cards a couple of times, which is what that noise was. So, yeah. It is what it is. We'll keep shooting, see how many rounds it takes. Ow! This shoulder is not doing me any favours. Off to the right. Oh! Oh! We're going to go down and check that. For sure. I don't think my little 25 is big enough because I'm shooting 25 Kings, so 25.39 grain JSBs, and Patrick was shooting a 30 cal, so maybe the 30 cal is a better idea. Maybe I should swap barrels and go and get the old dirty 30 on the case, because it looks like I hit the blade that time, but it sort of just splintered and landed right behind it, so it didn't go off in two different directions. So if you look real closely, you can see two marks on the blade there. I've hit it twice, but I have failed to split it. There's no marks on the other side, as you can probably see. Nice and clean on this side. So, maybe a little to the left. That was the card on the right hand side. Oh, these mosquitoes. Too far to the left on that one. Oh. I've just printed two holes either side of the blade. We're getting closer. Not going to have any of these cards left by the time I actually hit that blade properly. It's so close. Come on. Ooh. That was very close. I think I bounced off the side of the knife again. Yes! 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 Oh, that's very satisfying. So I'm not 100% sure what just happened there. I'm not sure if I've actually hit the cards or I hit the wooden blocks, but they both went off at the same time. So hopefully we're good. Right, so this is what we're dealing with. Cards strewn every which way. A knife that's covered in lead. So, and obviously my my spotting board. If you look straight down behind it, see if I can get it to focus. There we go. We've got a nice group directly in line with the blade there. So here we are. Here we are. Let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 glancing off it on the left, on the right hand side, and we definitely have. Why aren't you focusing? Let's do this properly. 1 right there on this side. So if that lines up with how I had that at that height there, ka-chink, ka-chink. So I think we've bounced it and split it, knocked him off. There's no evidence of, oh, maybe this here. That looks like a little chip. We might have hit the wood. Might have hit the wood. Let's have a look at the other one. Ah, yes. This is the other one. And we've got a big chip out of the wood here. So I must have landed that one a little bit low. Like that. Ooh, it's so close. The tolerances are ridiculous. Not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed. Just checked everything on the target camera there, and it looks like I did hit the little wooden blocks. I did hit both of them at the same time, and they were behind the front of the knife blade. So I did split the pellet on the knife blade, but I have to do it about 1 inch higher, and I don't really have a whole bunch of card left to shoot because I've massacred it with my bloody shotgun shell worth of rounds that I've thrown down there, but we'll keep going. Ooh, both cards moved. Let's go have a look. No new evidence of what really happened there. So I looked on the video and you can't really tell what's going on. All the same holes are all still in there. And there's no, doesn't look like there's any new gumbo going through there, but there's also nothing really going on. Maybe I need to reset my angles a little steeper. Let's do that. Put that there, and that there. Maybe my little 1/4 inch of lead will be able to cut them in half. Oh, quickly, quickly. Well, there's no wind. That's annoying. Yes! 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 That was convincing. That was good. I'm happy with that. Ooh, it's looking good from here. You can still see 2 blocks of wood. Yeah, baby. That's what you want to see. 2 cards cut right at the same height. Even if it is after 5,000 pellets downrange. That was good. That was very satisfying to see them go flying in different directions. One of them is all the way over there, and the other one got caught down in there. Well, that was delightfully frustrating. 99% frustration, 1% awesome, 100% worth it. So, if you would like to have a crack at this, the number to beat is clearly Patrick's number, because he shot it in probably I think he only took about 5 shots to get a good convincing hit. He didn't cut the cards completely, but he also didn't fire like 40 shots. So I think that's how many I fired, but I will count the little spikes in my audio, put that number here, and yeah, if you think you can beat it, shoot it, get a couple of phone cameras out and film yourself doing it. Use the hashtag Airgun-Austria challenge, and yeah, we'll get on there and we'll all like and comment and have us a good time. Don't forget to skip on over and check out Patrick's channel. He does a lot of this sort of stuff, so if you enjoy trick shooting, card splitting, all that sort of jazz, you're going to enjoy his channel. So he's new, he's getting lots of videos out, so it's good. Keep you entertained, especially if you speak whatever weird languages it is they speak in Austria. German, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Is Austrian a language? I feel so uncultured. Anyway. It's raining, it's cold, it's windy, it's also lunchtime. So I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.